Stephanie, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This morning I woke up and was laying in bed, kind of looking at the news and everything, and saw that SC Reviews posted a video about an article that was basically talking about Mark Hamill at the South by Southwest Film Festival in Austin, Texas. It was a story about that, and Rian Johnson, and it's basically the premiere of this documentary, world premiere of this documentary called The Director and the Jedi. Could you, I mean, after all this shit that's gone down, the hubris to make, I mean, it's a making of The Last Jedi, but the hubris is just staggering to me on a scale I can't even begin to describe. It's just like, what the, you know? So anyway, you know, Mark was asked a question by a fan, and the fan asked a follow-up question. I'm gonna read this. Oh, and the article is written by a guy named Sam Makovich. And so this fan asks a question, Mark a question, and then Mark answers it, and then the fan asks a follow-up question. And I'm going to paraphrase everything. I didn't write the whole paragraph down. I will pin the article in the comment section so you guys can all look at it. Basically, the fan says, same fan asked a follow-up question, how would you have written the plot if you could have? Rian Johnson interjects, drew a huge laugh, which is just vile. That anybody would think what he was about to do was, or what he did was funny, and says, I want to hear this, motherfucker, to Mark Hamill. Let me tell you something. You don't talk to Mark Hamill like that. Alright? Ever. You know, I don't understand this generation. Johnson can't be that much younger than I am. I mean, the idea that you would ever talk to Mark Hamill like that is appalling. Anybody like that is appalling. I mean, you just don't do that. And I'm literally speechless. This is like what I can't. I've lost count of how many times Johnson has come off as a hubris-filled, arrogant weasel. SC Reviews called him a dung beetle, which is a good, you know, proper description. Even though I'm pretty sure that as a dung beetle, the idiot wouldn't even be able to roll dung the right way. And then if you criticized him, would freak out. You know, I mean, but this latest obnoxious behavior by Johnson, and it's going to be in the making of DVD on the Blu-ray, The Last Jedi Blu-ray. So you idiots who want to buy it are going to see this. Once more, Mark Hamill gets disrespected by Rian Johnson. And you know, Mark is trying to, you know, be above all of it. It looks like to me. I mean, he doesn't, you know, act all upset. You know, that's for us. I mean, he's basically letting Rian Johnson hang himself, and that's about the correct way to do it. But it just, you know, the arrogance of this mediocrity is incomprehensible to me. It really, really, really is. I mean, I can't, I really can't fathom why you would talk to Mark Hamill like that at all. You know, I mean, you know, I think the thing about it that really bothers me is not only Johnson does not have any right to act like that. The movie is a bad movie. Objectively, it is a bad movie. He didn't do anything that J.J. Abrams, you know, as much as I despise him and dislike him, I'm not gonna say despise. J.J. is such a non-entity to me. But I kind of, you know, I kind of wonder. He set out parameters for each movie, and Johnson just used, you know, the outlines that Abrams had taken time to write, and he just, you know, used them as toilet paper. I mean, he just ripped it apart, you know, crapped all over it, you know, made the movie he wanted to. You know, it really makes me wonder what was really going on. I talked about the Film Goblin article. Do y'all remember that? The Film Goblin article talking about the money that The Last Jedi didn't make. Now, I've tried to extrapolate how much it actually cost to make The Last Jedi and what it really made, and I think Truth Channel actually, thank you, my friend, for doing all the heavy lifting, because I just can't make head or tail. I mean, dollars and budgets, you know, I get lost. Math has never been my strong point. But it's really interesting to me how much it looks to me that Johnson was over budget. You can't imagine how much money reshoots cost. And they were reshooting from April to the summer. And this is my dog, Buford. Come here. Come here. Here he is. There he is. Buford. There he is. Say hi. You want to say hi. They were shooting from April to the summer. So, you know, how much extra did they go over budget? You know, and, you know, does it just show that Kennedy was over her head with this? That she lost control? I mean, to me, it just smacks of incompetence from her office that this idiot would be allowed to go and do whatever the hell he wanted, and then not to, you know, go in and talk to him when Mark Hamill himself says this sucks, it's not gonna work. I mean, really? Come on, man. You know, so it really makes me wonder what the hell's going on, okay? You know, and then we've got, you know, the long history of Pablo Hidalgo going on Twitter and going online and attacking fans, and, you know, I mean, and this, like I said, this Rian Johnson episode with Mark Hamill in public in front of a bunch of fans calling Mark a mother is just another example of these people who have no respect for anybody, who think they deserve respect, whose fragile little egos are probably getting really bruised right now, and so they're lashing out at us. It just makes me wonder what was going on at Lucasfilm, and I'm gonna add that this article to this video in a pinned comment so you can read it yourself. That whole paragraph is like in the middle. I mean, you have to read down to find it, and it's stunning. I mean, I mean, you know, what was the excuse? That Johnson was drunk? You know, I mean, I just can't. I mean, the disrespect really pisses me off. It's so blatant now. You know, and it just, I mean, when's it gonna end, you know? And I want to say this, you know, you got Johnson running around saying what he wants and blah, 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 and Hidalgo. You know, this last Saturday, Bob Iger's compensation packages, pay, was voted down by the shareholders of Disney. This is huge. I've said this before. Now, if these people at Lucasfilm think they're going to get away with behaving like this to customers when Star Wars is not making the money that it should be, when anybody that bought licenses to make toys, to make merchandise for it, are getting screwed, if they think they're going to walk away unscathed, they're wrong, okay? This is a shareholders' revolt. It is happening right now, okay? And it is Disney-wide, from the theme parks to ABC to, ESPN to the films. I mean, A Wrinkle in Time is bombing. All right, it made what, $40 million this weekend? How much money did it cost to make that piece of shit? The film division is just getting its ass kicked right now. Okay? And Star Wars is supposed to be the big jewel in the crown, and I'm sorry, but I'm not buying $1.3 billion because how much it cost to make the movie. Okay? You have to take that money out of someplace. Alright? And Disney's got all that money sunk into a theme park, that hotel, yada yada yada, blah 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 blah. We don't have to patronize it. We don't have to buy the damn book. We don't have to buy the Blu-ray. We don't have to download the movie. Or go to on demand to buy it, or rent it. Fuck that shit. Okay. We're the customers. All right. So let me and I want to go on a different note. I'm gonna shut this because my husband just came upstairs and my dog walked in on me. So anyway, here's a little story I'm gonna leave you guys with. Back in the 80s, the Coca-Cola company decided they wanted to change the recipe for Coke. They wanted something new to drive up sales. So they came up with New Coke. And everyone was real excited about it. And the moment it hit the market, it tanked because it sucked. No one liked it. And people wanted the old Coke back because it tasted better. And it was the recipe that had been there for decades. And why change it, So, Coca-Cola had to go back and get rid of New Coke. Now, why am I telling you this story? Because we're told time and time again by the idiots at Lucasfilm that things have to change and change is good. Yeah, change is good. But screwing over the fans and forgetting the lore and allowing egos and people who don't love the genre, what Lucas did, don't love Star Wars, to run amok and destroy it because you want to change it is bullshit. Okay? It is the height of arrogance. It is literally, taking a gun and putting it to your head and squeezing the trigger. It is basically the destruction of a film company. If you don't understand what you're doing hurts the franchise. Okay? There's a way to have done this without, sodomizing Han, even when he's dead. Sodomizing Luke, and then killing him off, and then I don't even know what the fuck that was with Leia. There's a way to do that with respect and honor and integrity, and giving those characters and the actors that played them their due. All right, the passing of the baton and building up from what they did, what they accomplished, instead of destroying everything, it would have been the best way to go. And instead they just, ruined everything. And I you know, and it goes from Ray Nobody, which, since John Williams came out and said he didn't buy it, and then I'm pretty sure that JJ's going to fix that. She's going to be somebody. And as long as she's not a Kenobi, because it's supposed to be the Skywalker family saga, not the Kenobi family saga, you know, I would, you know, at least, you know, JJ's going to, I mean, and I don't have any faith that he can fix it, because he's really going to have to come up with something good. And he's a mediocre filmmaker at best. He's not Spielberg. And I don't know if he's got the imagination and the guts to really go in and really fix it. So, you know, but I do think Ray Nobody is going to go away. And I'm pretty sure he won't go, you know, hunting around fanfics for a story like Rian Johnson did. And, you know, Snoke's past has to be taken care of. You know, the fact that I was pretty sure he was Darth Plagueis, which made sense, and it connected everything from before the prequels to the present time. It would have been perfect. You know, kill the past. You know, and that has to go too, because I'm going to say something. As much as Lucasfilm was trying to push that, I find it ironic that Luke basically says, to scumbag Ren, you know, you'll never be able to get rid of me or your dad, to him. Kill the past. Well, it ain't going away. And then when Rey leaves, she's got the Millennium Falcon, Chewie's life debt, she's sitting with Leia talking, and she's got the lightsaber broken sitting on her lap. Kill the past. Is that really the message, or do they not know what the message is? Because Rey is carrying the past with her. Okay? Alright, that's how fucked up the movie is. Okay? But again, you know, instead of building up on the heroism of the original three, you know, and that would have been really neat. No, it's like, well, let's kill them all. I mean, and honest to God, I don't care how hard Hidalgo and Rian Johnson and all the idiots at Lucasfilm scream and rant and the hue and cry and all the rest of that shit about how much they love Star Wars. You do not write a script like that out of love and respect. You don't. Okay? And now with this behavior of Rian Johnson since the movie came out, and calling Mark Hamill a mother, and all the other things, and all the other sleazy, weaselly, arrogant, egotistical, you know, narcissistic bullshit that he's pulled, that Johnson has pulled. You know, this is not a movie about loving this franchise. It is a big FU to it. All right. So yeah. So, you know, and I'm gonna leave you with this. Jon Favreau is not going to Lucasfilm to just produce and direct a streaming service. I guarantee you. He is brought in to do something else, and they gave him that, okay, to make it look like something. I don't buy it. I really, really don't. You bring in somebody like that, because he's a big dog. He's not Rian Johnson. Jon Favreau's been a very a successful director in Hollywood. He's worked with Steven Spielberg. Iron Man was a great movie. I loved Cowboys and Aliens. Loved it. He's just a really good director who understands the genre and is a fan. So, you know, he's not there to do the live action. Because you could get any TV director. He's not a TV director. He's a feature film director. So, what's going on? I don't know, but we'll have to see. Because we've got the Game of Thrones guys showing up. We've got him showing up. And, you know, to me it looks like somebody's about to say there's another opportunity elsewhere that I'm going to explore. and shoving his trilogy and walking away, and that would be Rian Johnson. Pray God that happens. Anyway, so this is Steph with all the news. I know it took a long time, but there's a lot going on. Steph, signing out. See you around the galaxy.
Where you gonna be tomorrow? How you gonna face the sorrow?